32 of the Once Upon a Corgi podcast. My name is Gabby. I will be your host, and we are joined by both corgis today. Audrey is the redhead, Iron's the tricolor. We are a puppy crafty podcast coming to you from the southwest corner of Connecticut. You can find me on the internet at all the fun places at Gabagales. And you can find all my hand-dyed yarn at Once Upon a Corgi or uponacorgi.com. All the show notes for this episode and some of the past episodes are on our Ravelry group, Once Upon a Corgi podcast, under the groups tab on Ravelry. Thank you so much for joining us today. I just want to say a giant thank you to all returning viewers and a giant hello and welcome to all new viewers. We've got a couple announcements before we get into the crafting segment. Got my show notes down here. I filled a whole 2 pages today. What? We are back on our weekly schedule, but it's gonna be disrupted a little bit, and I'm gonna let you know why in the life stuff section, if I can wait that long. Announcements: the Treat Yourself 2017 cal. I'm just gonna leave it up all year. I don't know if I'm going to pull prizes from it, but I am having a fantastic time looking at everybody's stuff, and I've gotten so many pattern ideas from it, and I just think it's a really good place to sort of share what you're treating yourself with. So I'm just going to leave that up all year round. If you guys are super interested in donating a prize for that cal specifically, let me know if there's any makers out there, or maybe I'll just do a couple prizes at the end of the year and celebrate surviving 2017. It's a very lax cal. We'll just leave it at that. Our other announcement is I was planning on starting sorry, my hair is doing weird things. I was planning on starting a Once Upon a Corgi handmade yarn knit along. So any projects using my hand-dyed yarn. It doesn't have to be all my yarn, but the majority of it is. Like if you're doing a 2-color shawl, have the main color be the Once Upon a Corgi. That's all I ask. Whips will be allowed. Less than 50% has to be finished though. So like, don't finish toes on socks, or like don't bind off your shawl and count it. That it will be March 1st through 31st. Sorry, I kicked the tripod. I'm recording this on February 28th. This will go up March 1st. So everything's already set up in the Ravelry group. It's going to be a very relaxed cal again. I will let you know more about that later in the episode. So it's sort of a trial first run. It is my birthday month in March, so I thought, no, what better time than to celebrate my job than on my birthday. Oh, before I forget, what am I wearing? I am wearing a shawl my mother knit me for Christmas out of the Lothlorien colorway, I believe by 100 Ravens. I'm not sure of the pattern, but if you guys are really interested, I will ask her. It is just a plain stockinette shawl when the increases are on angles in the middle of the shawl. Nice and simple. Yep, did that. Right. And lastly, congratulations to Mina and Perry from A Knitting Expat. She gave birth to her baby daughter, and she's just a little nugget of adorable. So congratulations, and I hope you are enjoying her. Audrey's licking the bed. And with that, let's get into the crafting. But first, I'm gonna get some tea. Let's see if I can not spill this all over my yarn. Oh god. I've already had 2 cups of coffee today. So we're gonna have some tea. And this is going to be hopefully one of our quickest episodes yet, because it's been a week, like I've been promising for the past 2 months and then have failed to do. And we have to go to the vet today to give the dogs some vaccines, because life. It's hot. I have my princess mug today, and I don't know if I can show you the burning myself. It's David's Tea Turmeric Glow, but it brews bright pink because it's got beetroot in it. So I have to drink my pink tea out of my pink mug. Ooh, okay. Alright. We have no finished objects this week. We tried so hard to do it, but then we didn't. But we tried. Next week we will have, I'm hoping for 2 finished objects, maybe 3. We'll see. Yes? Am I interrupting you? Yeah? You good? Do you want me to just scoot over here? There we go. So we have a couple works in progress. I haven't worked on all of my whips. Sandness has not been touched. Jake's socks have not been touched, but those are going into a mild hiatus for the next couple weeks, but I do have a plan to work on those. So let's get started with socks. These I tried to finish last night, but I kind of fell asleep. Oops. And they are my Super Tangled Sorcerer's Uniform socks by Biscott Yarn, and it's just a plain vanilla sock. Alright, as I was saying, I have, scoot over so you can see the pups, or a pup. The Sorcerer Uniform socks by Biscott Yarns, and it's just a plain vanilla sock. This is a, I grabbed one ply of a stitch. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I don't think it'll focus. There it is. Yeah, so I'm just going to go in and sew that shut so I don't break it. Vanilla sock, yep. I'm knitting this pair on 3 carbons and a Knit Pro Zing because I looked at carbon at my parents' house. And the other one is being knit on my cubics. This one is ready for the toe. So we're almost done. I'm going to do, ooh, that's a giant chunk of cat hair. This gray for the toe, which is a Knit Pick Stroll. And I'm halfway done with the foot of this one. Or like almost halfway done. So I have 6 of these red and gold stripes per foot. I've got about 2.5 done. 3 more to go, and then I can put the toe in. So these will be my focus today at the vet and knit group and all that, because I need the Maker's Haven bag. I need it. It's now part of my blood. Like, it needs to be here with me at all times. There's just no question about it. So we're gonna finish this. Ooh, just a needle. Ooh. So these have been my focus. This is what I worked on while I was dying yesterday. This is what I was working on while watching documentaries about castles last night. Yeah, so this will be my waiting room knitting. Ooh, I'm gonna set them up now so I don't forget and have to juggle stuff at the vet's office. Okay. I am just throwing everything. The other whip I've been So the other thing I've been furiously working on in hopes to finish this within the next couple days, maybe week, is my Chuck pullover from Andy Sutherland. And this is for the Sutherland knit along that KT from Inside Number 23 is hosting. And here we go. It is out of my Isaac DK, which is sadly discontinued, in the That's No Moon colorway. And so I have finished the body, and I am 1 row into the ribbing, and then I just have to do the sleeves, which are all stockinette. My nail's getting caught on something. So hopefully this will fly. I'm doing a 1x1 twisted rib. It just calls for a 1x1 rib in the pattern, but I do like the way the twisted rib looks. It is a cropped pullover, so yes, it does look like it's for a child, but I have the upper torso of a 12-year-old boy, so that's why. And I love it. I'm so happy the way it turned out. I'm just so happy. Are these going the right way? Yeah, okay. Whew. I just had a pain. What am I getting stuck on? I don't know. So there we go. And it is significantly squishier, but I have plenty of yarn left. I'm gonna have a lot of yarn left. And this is a 250 gram ball, so it had 727 yards of a DK weight in it. I love it. I love it so much. So that has been my main focus. That's what I did the other day while I was doing laundry at my parents' house and helping them paint the new craft room area. And I'm very excited. I'm going to work on that after I finish my sock, which I will finish today. So apologies for what my hair's doing. The last major whip that I tried to finish for today, and definitely could have if I didn't work on the sock and the sweater, is my fade. So I heard the calls and I told myself you can't keep saving all your yarn for socks, and we went with I'm a mouse, duh, as our final color for the fade. I'm in the last fade section. There we go. And you can see like the oranges, peaches match perfectly, but then you just get the little shots of gray in here. So we are so close. I'm so happy with it. I can't wait to wear it. If I can finish this within the next 2 weeks, I will be very excited. I think my landlord's here. Hold on. Just kidding. Our landlord has been in Australia for a month and comes back today. And we have showing at 7 in the morning tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. He said he was stopping by this morning, but he texted me at like 11:30 and now it's 1, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, I am terrible. I'm knitting my cardigan on size US 6 Nova interchangeables, and I'm knitting my fade on my 4 US 4s, sorry for my porcelain glow, Carbons interchangeables. I am so excited about this. So there's the general gist of it. Oh, it looks even better than I imagined. I'm impressed I can get this almost in the whole frame. Oh, I can't wait to wear this. I am gonna try and take a video when I block this because I'm not going to wet block it, because this purple here is still bleeding a little bit of pink. So the plan for, ooh, don't fall. The plan for that is to pin it out and then spray it with water and just sort of fake block it like that. Steam block it? Not steam block it. Mist block it, if you will. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm hoping that works, and the lace is pretty open already just because of how she has you do it. So lost all the stitches on my fade, found the stitches on my fade, have not found the stitch marker, and I'm 90% sure it's in my shoe. Yeah, and that's all my work, that's all my working in progress. That's all my knitting whips. I did work on some sewing stuff. I have started my Zinnia skirt. So this is version 2. Yes, version 1 was the first one I did in the teal fabric, and this is version 2, and it is just in a green linen with a little bit of stretch in it. So I'm guessing there's a little something else in there. And this is just the pleated version with pockets. So I have pleated everything. I have attached pockets, and I don't have a serger, so I just fake serged the sides, and now I just have to put in the invisible zipper, the waistband, and hem it. So this should be done soon. I'm gonna see if I can finish it tonight after knit group. Goodbye thing. Yeah, I just have to iron on the interfacing and then actually sew the waistband. So that should not take too long at all. And spinning, I worked on my loop bump a little bit, not a lot, not enough to show you or show significant progress, but I think I finished that gray color I was on. So now I'm back onto a black fiber for the loop bump. Look at those crossed legs. So fancy. Zip OT on the safe side. And that's what I've been working on. I have a little bit of stash building. I did order this a while ago. It did break my don't spend February, which many things broke that rule. Mostly that box of fabric last week. But I couldn't say no to this. Ooh. There's a little... My hair is blowing the camera out. I apologize. I'm also going to take off the black cardigan because that's not helping either. Jake and I rewatched all of The Office. And, oh, I can't get into it. While we were doing that, the Knitted Cupcake on Instagram put out a call to indie dyers to make a Dwight Schrute colorway. So I answered the call, as one does when it comes to Dwight Schrute. And I have one skein left. And that's where Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica came in. So this is on the ginger base. This is the last one that's in the shop right now. I will be doing more of those in the future because I have such a good time dyeing those up. And then Eat Knit Dye also answered the call, so there's her card. And this is Assistant to the Regional Manager. It is a self-striping yarn, and I got the 80/20 merino nylon blend, and it has, let me just show you. This is my first, like, what do they call it? Gobstopper self-striping. I really want the nomadic yarns. I want the Sassenach colorway. I really want to get some of Devon's self-striping because I love it, and I love all things French, and I love it. I want to say it's her Bienvenue. It's not the hydrangea, it's the other one. It's the darker color one of Devon's that I want. So I got Assistant to the Regional Manager, and these will be Jake socks. So we have 7 rows of mustard, 6 to 7 rows of Schrute Farm, 6 rows of Big Baby, and 6 rows of Beet. So I'm guessing this is Schrute Farm, I'm guessing this is Big Baby, and then Beet. And it also came with a 20-gram ball of Beet for heels and toes. I love it! I showed him a picture of it after I ordered it, and then he said he wanted a sweater's quantity, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. Slash, that will not stripe up, but maybe if I get really motivated one day, I will just dye up separate colors and self-stripe a sweater for him. That's never gonna happen. But I can pretend. So there we go, and that is Eat Knit Dye, and these are pre-orders, or dye to orders. So I believe she still has them up in her shop. And I can't wait. He's gonna have his own box of socks one day. So that is going in his self-striping pile along with a couple other Star Wars, and then I think I got him, I think there's like an autumn-themed self-striping sport weight in the stash for him. So I've been really good on stash building, minus the giant fiasco of fabric that was last week. You know, it's budgeting, right? So I wanted to do an update on my planner of the year. I know bullet journaling and planning and stuff is getting big again. So this is my planner. It's the Recollections from Michaels. It was 30% off or 60% off. It was cheap. And I just put a Don't Smile sticker on it because that's what I wanted to do. And I have been trying to turn the pages and failing. Oh, that's because we're in March now. I've been taking a couple new twists and turns for it. So what I've started doing is, instead of doing morning, afternoon, evening, I've changed it to work, home, and crafting. I lost my black pen, so everything's in this baby blue now. Yeah, I lost my fancy black pen, so now everything's in this teal. And I'm gonna see how well it goes. I think it's working out really well. So we did, we sort of started yesterday. As you can see, we did not put our clothes away. And then I'm starting weekly crafting goals and just overall goals, like cleaning the house, which is good, finish my socks, finish my skirt. And yeah, so like today I had to photograph stuff. You can't read this at all. Edit photos, get orders ready to go up on Etsy, do the newsletter. But at home, I have to take the dogs to the vet, I have to call the vet, to get a light for my car. Because this is very interesting to you. And then crafting, my crafting goals for the day, or like what I want to work on. So we're gonna see how that works out. I was doing the morning, afternoon, evening thing, and then if I didn't know what to put there, I felt like I would just start writing random stuff down and then feeling very unaccomplished because I didn't finish that dumb task that I wrote down that doesn't make sense that I didn't need to do. So then, even if it's only like one thing, like I have to vacuum on Wednesday, then at least I know I have to do at least one home thing. I have to do at least 1 million work things a day. So we will see how that works out. I will let you know. And yeah, I fell off the bandwagon a little bit with the planner. I am hoping to get back into it because we've got a lot of show work things coming up with trunk shows. I'm significantly closer to the camera, I'm just realizing. Whatever. Work things coming up, trying to get all those planned out between trunk shows and wholesale orders and clubs and all that jazz. So we're gonna get back on the bandwagon. So we now have shop update stuff and then some life things. So shop update, if you would like this all typed out, there is a newsletter sign up on my website down at the bottom if you just scroll down uponacorgi.com. I'm going to put everything I'm saying right now into that newsletter because it comes out on Tuesdays. So here we go. I forgot the book. I clearly don't have enough coffee in my system. All right, starting tomorrow, March 1st through 5th, signups for the 6th Series of Unfortunate Events book will go up, and that is the Erstaz Elevator. And yes, these signups are March 1st through 5th, and I will be getting these dyed up and out by the 13th. So they will be in the mail by the 13th. And as well as this guy, I'm going to put up dye to order, like pre-orders for clubs 1 through 5. And those will be up through the 10th. So you have until March 10th to order those, and those will be shipped out the last week of March. Yes, so those are all the pre-order things. All this information is going to be in the description on the Etsy shop and in the newsletter and on the website. So if you have any questions, email me. Next is our shop updates are Thursdays at 7 p.m. because we are doing the pre-orders for both the club and the club colorways. We're going to have a relatively small shop update this week, but it'll be all new things. So I have the cozy collection coming out, and February and March is usually the coldest bits of our winter in New England, so this is like really when you're buckling down and wishing for spring and just want to be wrapped up in warm things. So I created the cozy collection, and it is on a new base, the iron base, and this is 85 superwash BFL and 15% NEPS, so it is a tweed base. And this is on I'm still working out the name for this one. It's either called Belle's Book or Nose Stuck in a Book. I haven't decided which. But it just sort of, I know it's not like the same color as a leather bound book, but it just kind of reminds, like every time I look at it, I just want to sing that part of Beauty and the Beast when she's reading to the sheep. I won't sing it because I don't want to kill anybody, but that's what it reminds me of. So I'm gonna grab there's 4 colorways, and so there will be 5 of each in the shop. When they sell out, and I'll be putting more in the shop later on, or I'll be doing pre-orders depending on how popular these are. So we have Nose Stuck in a Book, Sunday Mornings, which is showing up extremely green on my screen. It does have some green in it, but there's also like these bits of blues, some like browns, and then this little shot of warmth. This is warmed caramel. So semi-solid, almost tonal, but a very warm undertone to this like light chocolatey brown. And then this one, and I'm terribly sorry if you speak Gaelic and I'm butchering this, it's Moonian Down, and that means my brown-haired lass. This is actually not the original color I was going for, but I'm extremely happy with the way it turned out. It's extremely fiery, and if Claire and Jamie's love is anything, it is fiery. So you've got these like bright reds and deep russet oranges, and then the grays and the browns. There we go. So I'm extremely happy with the way this turned out. I was shooting for something a little bit more browns and then a splash of orange, but I'm not mad. So as of right now, these will only be available on the tweed base, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. I kind of like having the exclusivity of having things either available for a short time or on the tweed base. It just kind of makes them a little, makes them feel special. So let's see if I can hold these up in order now. There we go. I know they're not the most I'm gonna grab another one. It's still showing up quite green. It's not the most traditional set to go together, but I do like the way they all play off of each other. I mean, if you did a 4-color shawl like this, I think it would look really nice together. Or if you just wanted to do these 3, I think it'd work out really well. Or these 3, or that, or that, or get like fire and ice crazy and do that. I just wanted a set that would work cohesively but also stand alone quite strongly. Like this would be a beautiful sweater. Or just like super classy pair of socks. And it is the BFL, so because there's no nylon in it, I think they would still work out really well for socks because it is such a strong fiber. So there we go. These will go up in the shop Thursday, March 2nd. Yes, Thursday, March 2nd at 7 p.m. upanacorgi.etsy.com, or there's a link through the website as well. Is that it for sharp updates? Oh, one more. So all the details have not been ironed out yet, but starting March 25th, Once Upon a Corgi will have a little setup in a Stitch in Time in Bethel, Connecticut for a week. So it's sort of a laid back trunk show. I'm gonna go drop off the yarn, do a little setup on display for her shop, and leave it up there for about a week. So I'm excited. I've worked with her a lot in the past year and it has been amazing. She's one of my favorite yarn stores, and not just because she loves my yarn. And that's it for shop update. Now on to life stuff. So life things, it's been a whirlwind of a week. There's a lot of planning going on now. There's a lot of configuring the month. Short story, I got this for Christmas from Jake. Yes. Empty, but I got it. I don't even think it was wrapped. I think he just handed it to me. And he said, the rest of this will show up on your birthday. Not allowed to put anything in it. Do you know how many minis I could fit in this thing? Billions. Billions. So then, the other day, I'm getting ready and I went to go find pants for the day or something. And then this was in it. So earlier in February, I had an announcement saying that I was not going to the Edinburgh Yarn Festival because Jake and I sat down and talked it over and we just didn't, you know, intelligently, financially, we didn't have the money to just up and go to Scotland for a week. Because we're going to London and Paris for a week. I can't even. My neighbors are home or I would scream. So Jake said no to Edinburgh because the following week, starting the 15th, we're flying to London. We're gonna spend my birthday in London, and then we're gonna spend the next half of, we're gonna do 3 days. I'm like out of breath, I'm so excited. We're gonna do 3 or 4 days in London and then 3 or 4 days in Paris, and I am so excited. We love him to death, but the turd burglar said no to Yarn Festival because he already booked this trip for me. We're going together. My mom asked if he was actually going because he works a lot, so she's like, oh, you got the time off? Are you just is it just you or you're both going? Oh, okay. I'm so excited. Yeah, that's essentially where my brain is at. I am now trying to figure out how to fixing my work schedule to make sure that I have all the yarn stuff out and everything's dyed up and ready to go for the trunk show, and for the club, so I'm going to get the clubs out before I leave. I'm going to collect all the orders, order the yarn, and then dye everything and send it out when we get back, because it is in the middle of the month, so I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So yeah, if you have any recommendations, I'm like shaking. I'm so excited. We're definitely going to go to Loop. We're probably going to go to I Knit. We're going to go to Ray Stitch, I believe is what it's called. It's a fabric store next to Loop. And then obviously we're going to do all the touristy things. Tower, Big Ben, Stonehenge, at least 500 castles. Is that doable? I think that's doable in like 2 days. Afternoon tea. Our hotel is like 2 blocks away from Big Ben in like a historic building, and it's right on the Thames, and I'm so excited. And then we're in like a very postmodern French hotel, very, very chic. Yeah, we're gonna do the Eiffel Tower, we're gonna do the catacombs, Versailles. I want to go to a couple yarn stores in Paris. I just had to figure out the name of the yarn I'm looking for. I have to go back a couple episodes on all my French podcasts. We're gonna spend a day just drinking coffee and wine in a cafe outside. I don't even. I'm so excited. We're gonna go to Harry Potter Studios. I can't wait. I know I'm extremely fortunate to have this trip booked and be able to afford to go on it. So that's that. So I don't know if I'll be podcasting the week before the 14th. We are flying out on the 15th. So I might just do a vlog of like prepping to go and what projects I'm gonna bring. I'm saving Jake socks for knitting on the plane. I don't want to bring a big like shawl or sweater to work on the trip. I would just like some mindless socks. So I'm gonna cast on some vanilla socks, work on Jake's socks, and that's about it. I don't want to be knitting the whole time. I just really want to enjoy being in these places. It'll be our first vacation as a couple, so I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I may never come home, so that's a possibility. I might never podcast again because I will be a hobbit somewhere in either England or France, or just run away to Scotland. I haven't decided yet. I haven't chosen. Depends on the weather. So yeah, if you have any recommendations on food, places to eat, places to visit, good deals on stuff, please let me know. I would really appreciate it, and I can't wait. I can't. So yeah, everything's gonna be sort of jolted out of place for a little bit, but then April, everything's gonna kind of come back to normal, and then we have Connecticut Sheep and Wool at the end of the month. And then things will calm down for a little bit. So there will be no shop update the 15th, or the 16th, and there will be no shop update the 23rd. Yeah. I might put up pre-orders for a couple things on the 23rd when I get back, so just so then like a fake shop update. I haven't decided yet. I'll let you know. I'm just so excited. I can't even. And that's really it. I decided as soon as he told me after I ran around the house. Okay, so Audrey's on my lap now. Yes, I'm super excited. I'm not going to be vlogging during the trip. I'm going to take some video of stuff just to have, and I'll probably do a little montage. But again, it's our vacation, so I'm going to try and keep it that way. I'm not going to try and podcast it to death. So I'm so excited. I can't wait. It was a complete surprise. Like, Jake was talking Monday before I found the jar, like, oh, we should plan for next spring so we can do a road trip between. And I was like, we're never going to go on this trip. Why are we even planning this? Like, this is just something we're dreaming about and we're never going to do. And then I found the jar. And he's like, well, no, it's not a plan. It's booked. So we're going. I can't wait. I'm super excited. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm gonna try, I want to get the Chuck sweater done so I can wear that. I want to get the socks done so I can wear them to Harry Potter Studio and win the Maker's Haven bag. I'm going to get the Zinnia skirt finished. I want to sew up the Goth Forest Castle dress skirt. I'm going to do that as a Lizzie skirt by So Over It, because I want to wear that to the catacombs, because I'm a weirdo. And I want to wear my goth dress in the catacombs of Paris, because yes, yes! I would like to try and get one more dress done, maybe the Betty dress, but I have to be realistic here. So that's my life stuff. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So excited. I can't wait. And that's my life stuff. And that's all I have this week. I'm gonna go. I gotta get these pups to the vet before they pop. Can you hear Iron hitting his tail against all my fiber? I know you're a very handsome boy. So thank you so much for watching and coming back or checking us out for the first time. Again, shop update will be Thursday, March 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at apondedcorgi.etsy.com, and I really hope you can make it. I'm very excited to get these things up there. And yes, I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you next Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye.